is a commitment coming in that's going to lead towards marriage. This can also bring you wealth and security. An emotionally intense time, as you could be dealing with a volatile person and that you have to control your actions and thoughts. And you could also be guided towards somebody new. Feeling lost, lack of purpose in your life. Trying to decide if the imperfections that you're experiencing in the relationship is something that you can live with. Emotional issues, a lot of commitment issues, that these are all being masked by a physical attraction, somebody hanging on to a fantasy, thinking that they are the victim. There's a person that has let you down. You still need to make a decision on the relationship. You're being guided to find peace, to listen to your higher self. You are going to be able to find a purpose through your own inner strength and resilience. Like and subscribe. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome back to Starlight Beauty Tarot for your April love reading. If you're seeking insight, clarity, or guidance, the cards will reveal these messages. If you found this reading, then it's meant for you. Remember, this is a general reading, and it's not meant for everyone, but a message might still be there for you. Make sure to subscribe and hit the like button and leave a comment about your situation. I would love to hear from you. So get comfortable, take a deep breath, ground yourself, and allow yourself to receive the wisdom the universe is ready to share. So let's dive in and see what the cards have to say. So we have here the Ten of Pentacles, and this can show an inheritance coming in for you. This could also be a loving relationship that brings wealth and happiness to you. It could also be that maybe you are wondering if you are going to have a more committed relationship. And the answer for you is yes. So that is going to be coming in for you. So this could even be a wedding coming up for you. And you could have similar values with your partner, similar backgrounds as well, and that even the families can be similar. So you could be inheriting property, you could be buying a second home, you could be renovating or extending your home. So this is all going to be coming in with family support. So it's going to be sharing the benefits, the time, the resources, the skills, and money to help each other out. So it could just be even a close circle of longtime friends that help each other out as well. So whatever you define family to be, those are the people that are going to be there for you. So it could also be that you have investments and these will mature, and that you could even sell your shares and make a profit from this. So you could be receiving money, receiving wealth, abundance, and, support from family. Then we have here Temperance. And the message of the card is that you are guided to find peace. So whatever lingering issues, they are coming from your past, and they could be affecting your present and your future. So you could be dealing with something that is volatile, this disruptive situation, and that you have to temper your thoughts and actions to find balance and harmony. Because here the card is telling you to find peace. So it also that you have to try to control your actions and your thoughts. So this is going to be like a blending of forces, right? To create like an inspired solution for yourself. So it's not that you have to resist, but accepting the sides of situations. So things that are natural for you. You could be reconciling areas in your life that are unbalanced, right? Something that has been lingering for a while now. So you could be connecting with your guides, angels, the divine, and maybe even your higher self. And you may be given a sign It could be maybe that you're receiving messages through your dreams, or that you're seeing some sort of like numbers, so repeating numbers. Could even be that you could receive advice from strangers, right? Maybe that this is the divine, the angels are sending these people your way. So it could also be like the beginning of your spiritual journey. It could be projects that you are going to give birth to, the things that you imagine and you are going to be able to create. So you're going to have this inspiration. So it could be invention, a work of art that you were inspired from in the past. So it could be for your home, these issues that you're dealing with could be with a demanding child or a demanding partner, and that you need to have a balance. So, a balancing act with what's going on in your home. Could even be that there's issues with financial and emotional resources that you have to also balance in order to succeed. So for your relationship, that you have to reach this new level of trust in your relationship. If you are single, you could be guided towards a new partner. And right now, this is going to be an emotionally intense time for you. So for your career and money, maybe you're dealing with some difficult things right now. You might be dealing with highly sensitive individuals. So people who have high energy or just emotionally unstable, demanding. And maybe you have to be a diplomat at your work, somebody who works miracles. So you're going to have to pay attention to your money, pay attention to your income. So whatever you are spending, that you have to pay attention to that as well. Then we have here the Seven of Wands in reverse. And this is going to tell us that maybe you're doubting your purpose in life and that you have been struggling. So you feel that you're struggling to be heard, to be noticed, and that you have to overcome all of these obstacles. And it's not just like, one time. It's on a constant basis. So everything for you is very unclear right now. So you're going through all of this and you're not really thinking that it's worth it at all. So this is actually creating some anxiety for you. Maybe you feel hesitant to also move forward. You could be overwhelmed because there's continuous problems. So you have to try to make a difference in your own life, or, tackle the areas in your life that are out of balance. So, and then you can just try to accept the things that you cannot change, right? So there's no need to worry about things that are out of your control. And this can also apply for a relationship that you are dealing with, that things that are imperfect. And can you actually live with those imperfections? So maybe it could be aspects or qualities that your partner has, maybe the attitude of your partner, or it could be the circumstances. So what is it that is a deal breaker for you? Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so we have the Strength card, and the message of this card is that with strength, you can discover your higher purpose. So here before you were talking about you're not really sure what your purpose is, or you feel kind of lost. And here through this card, we're known now. It's known that you are going to be discovering the purpose for yourself. And you're going to be turning to your higher self. for this guidance. So demonstrating that strength of character and dealing with the pressures. So there could be courage for you, determination, patience right now. It could be that it's time to deal with the situation. It could be an individual that you have to get things under control. So it's a good card for leadership. That you can be dealing with things with grace and sensitivity instead of using like brute force. So for your home here, you're going to need some support, especially with people that have strong opinions. And again, taking on that role of the mediator. So the person in between, maybe dealing with people who have like this high emotional energy, or the outbursts. And it's just like you having that resilience to deal with that kind of stuff. Trying to break bad habits. For your relationship, there is a need for balance. So there is that danger that the physical attraction is masking emotional or other commitment issues that have not been addressed. So perhaps that you are replacing the intimacy and instead of like really pursuing that relationship or dealing with other aspects of the relationship. So it's just the focus on the intimacy instead. So it could be that right now you feel that the relationship is being tested, right? The situation is going to improve. You could also be experiencing tensions at work. And again, since you're using a different tactic in order to deal with the situation, there is going to be a resolution that's going to come. It comes gently, and it's not going to be, without force, right? So it's still going to have that force in it, but it's not brute force. So using a different type of tactic in order to deal with all of this. Okay, and then we have here the Hangman in reverse. So since the card is in reverse, this can be a sign of maybe rigid thinking and maybe that feeling like the victim, so like a martyr. And maybe you have to like think over or review all of your expectations, what you think you want, and why it's not possible. Could be that you're hanging on to a fantasy that you may consider yourself the victim rather than the victor, So you're not victorious, but you consider yourself to be the victim in a situation. Taking another view and liberate yourself from this contract or other obligations, they cannot offer you what you want. So this could be in regards to perhaps a situation at home, a relationship, or work, that maybe there's an issue with the relationship and that you are playing the part of the victim here, or vice versa, and that you're dealing with this person and that's the tactic that's being used. And instead of thinking that maybe if this ends, or you liberate yourself from this, there's still that outcome. Instead of being like, I'm liberated and free and victorious, that's still the victim. So just hanging on to like this strange fantasy that's been created. And then we have here the moon, and the message of this card is that you need to be guided by messages from your unconscious. So as you can see from the card, there's a crayfish and it's stuck in the safe waters, unable to decide whether to move forward or into the unknown, right? And or to stay where they are right now in the safe place that they know that is safe right now. So it could be a crisis of faith or this period of emotional vulnerability. There could be a misgiving about a situation and that you're not sure if what you're seeing is the truth because everything looks different under the light of the moon. So you're not too sure if what you're seeing is reality or an illusion. So there could be a deep emotional conflict. And this is something that is a private struggle and something that is not shared. So only you know about what is going on in your life and in your heart, in your mind. So you have to make a decision and you have to choose wisely. And you have to rely on your senses. You could also be receiving these messages, right, from your dreams, right? So like we said before, that you were going to be seeking guidance from your higher self, from the divine guides and angels, that you could be receiving these messages from dreams, seeing repeating numbers, or even receiving some sort of advice from even strangers, because these people could be sent to you. So to pay attention to what messages you are receiving at this moment. So it could be that you need to take a risk to broaden your life experience. Maybe something that is uncomfortable and out of your own comfort zone. So maybe you are disillusioned about your current living situation. Maybe you have second thoughts about moving. There could be maybe like a project at home, a renovation that costed too much, was beyond your initial expectations. So for a relationship, you could be experiencing this confusion. There's a disappointment that you feel that someone has let you down. So that lack of trust, that a relationship that you need to make a decision on. So you're going to have to decide what you're going to do in your relationship. So for your career, maybe that you're going to be achieving a goal, but you're not going to feel like it's worth it. So still with that purpose in mind that you feel lost, right? So that's still lingering for you. And again, dealing with these colleagues or co-workers, that the emotions are running high and that you have to protect yourself from other people's negativity, right? Maybe your money matters are stable right now, and that we can see that with the Ten of Pentacles and with this card as well. But you want more satisfaction from your work than just a paycheck. You want to feel fulfilled and that you have a purpose. So from the cards, what we're seeing is that there is a commitment coming in that's going to lead towards marriage. And this can also bring you wealth and security. And also, this could be an emotionally intense time, as you could be dealing with a volatile person and that you have to control your actions and thoughts. And you could also be guided towards somebody new. So you have been feeling lost, feeling like, there's like a lack of purpose in your life, doubting your purpose in life, and trying to decide if the imperfections that you're experiencing in the relationship is something that you can live with, and dealing with your partner's attitude as well. That there could also be a lot of emotional issues, a lot of commitment issues, and that these are all being masked by a physical attraction, being replaced by intimacy instead of dealing with the issues in the relationship. There could be somebody hanging on to a fantasy, thinking that they are the victim in all of this. and that you feel that there's a lot of confusion, that there's a person that has let you down, and that you still need to make a decision on the relationship. So you're being guided to find peace, to listen to your higher self, to communicate with your angels and guides and the divine, and that the messages that you could be receiving even in your dreams. So you need to listen to this. And also that you're going to be receiving money, and that you're going to be finding a purpose in your life. Maybe right now you are feeling lost, but you are going to be able to find a purpose through your own inner strength and resilience. So before we continue, I want to remind you to like and subscribe. Okay, so let's continue forward. Okay, so we have here the Six of Earth. So there's going to be a gift of money coming in, time, effort, a new career opportunity, and receiving a loan or paying off debts. So, like we said before with the Ten of Pentacles, that you are going to be receiving money, could be a gift, an inheritance. And that's going to allow you to do a lot of things with your projects as well. So this is going to be very good for you. The Four of Earth, being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. So even you could be generous, like we said before, that you're going to be receiving support from family, or also supporting each other. And family, we said, could also be friends, so a close circle of friends as well. So just being cautious with money isn't necessarily a bad thing, because it means that you are going to be looking at your spending habits and what is coming in and what's going out. Then we have here the Star, happy times, make positive, optimistic long-term plans, and you're on the right path. So here, that happy times are going to be coming for you. Okay, and like we said, with that money coming in, that you're going to be making plans for yourself. The Three of Fire, abundance, so things look very good, and have patience at this time. And again, making long-term plans. So it's twice that we're seeing that now, that long-term plan for yourself. So these are going to be your goals. And then here, the World, a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path towards enlightenment. So you're going to be able to do a good job. People will notice this. You're going to feel happy, grateful. And I feel that even though you didn't feel like you had a sense of purpose, that this is actually coming in for you. Okay, so I just feel that now, with these cards as well telling us for your future, that there is going to be that enlightenment coming in for you. So like we said before, speaking to your higher self, the divine, and finding and pushing your way forward. Page of Fire, news of an exciting new project, and use your originality and ingenuity. So again, I think that what these cards are telling us, I know it's not in relation to love, because the focus here is on money, stability, security, right? So feeling secure for yourself and also loving yourself, growing. And you're going to be getting even a new job. So, and you also be receiving money. So you wanted to have a purpose also in your job. So it wasn't about just a paycheck. You wanted something that would fulfill you. So that's going to be coming in as well. Okay, so we have here new love. So a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So there could be a new person coming into your life. There's going to be attraction. So you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Love yourself first. So your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So that's one of the things that we were seeing before, that you needed to love yourself before you can love someone else. Also here, unrequited love. So that could have been what we were seeing in the cards, that you were experiencing perhaps a relationship that had a lack of love. So there wasn't enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So there could be a pending conversation. Or this could be a relationship like the new relationship as well. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So this is all about having like good quality of thoughts that you're thinking in your mind, and also helping for your manifestations to have positive thinking, saying that you want to have this type of person in your life, to manifest that person as well, instead of thinking about negative things that has occurred to you. Okay, so we're going to look at the duendes and see what they say. So we're going to pick 2 of the 6 cards. Okay, so we have Leont and Bjork, 3 and 6. So you may run the risk of embarking on an adventure that could be blinding, a blinding love that in the long run can have a little logic and great risk. So be careful and don't mix business with feelings. Maintain a detached stance and try not to give yourself totally to a relationship that has just begun. So if you can sustain yourself in an equilibrium, you can obtain a solid and passionate relationship. So what the duendes are trying to tell us here is that you can't just go all in at once, and that you have to take your time with the relationship. So getting to know the person, the heart-to-heart conversations. So trying to get to know them before you go all in and experience this passion, right? Because it could be risky. You don't know who you are really dealing with yet. Okay, so here it says, manifesting miracles. So your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So you're going to be manifesting this miracle into your life. So your dreams are going to come true. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. And here, power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. Okay, so that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me for your April love reading. I hope the insights you received bring you clarity, inspiration, and guidance. Remember, the energy of the cards can guide us, but it's your intuition and actions that will truly shape your path. The universe is always supporting you. So if you felt that this reading resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with those who might need a little guidance. I love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What is your experience? Does it resonate? And what message moved you the most? Until next time, take care, stay blessed, and keep shining your light. Thank you for watching. Bye.